I mean,
Hey, brand new album, fifth studio album's out right now, man.
Yeah.
This one's different because you produced this yourself.
100%. Well, the other one I produced too, you know.
The other one?
Yes, man. Most of my projects I do myself.
Do you love producing your own music?
I love it because it gives me the freedom to explore and experience, and also, give my own expression, from a musical standpoint. You get me?
Now, the time you had off, what's been going on in your life? Well, this album says a lot about what you've been going through.
Yeah.
So what's been happening, and what are some of the things we're going to hear in this album?
Some of the things is, I finished up my military career because I was in the Army.
Still?
No, I was. I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out. 2019, I came out 100%. I'm in honorable discharge, so I did my time, honorably. Right. So I'm a veteran.
You're a veteran right now.
Yes, and I became a dad. I have two boys, wonderful boys right now. I wanted to be a hands-on dad. So
how old are they?
My eldest is 10, and the youngest is 9.
Oh, 10 and 9.
Yeah, man. Seeing so, husband and daddy, and worked on other things too, and also was busy in the studio. And apart from that, I was still doing tours in different parts of the planet. For example, I was on the Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, around by Australia, around them parts. Just doing my thing still, but off the radar on this part of the atmosphere. You get me?
Yeah. All right. Now, when you're producing your own music, like you said, it gives you the freedom to do what you want. Do you ever fear that it would be too much to feel and like there's one sound?
No, I don't, because I listen to all genres. I'm at a one-track pony in terms of music. I listen to everything. I listen to Afrobeat, jazz, pop, gospel. R&B, hip hop, country. I listen to everything. I'm a fan of every kind of music as long as it's good music and I can move to it. And if you listen to my music for over the years, you can hear different influences in my music. You can hear the R&B influence, you can hear some country music influence, and so on and so forth. A little bit. And now we're in the new age now where Afrobeat is there too as well. So you can also hear that. But we never really leave the main ingredient. We kept the main ingredient, which is the reggae influence. That Jamaican flavor. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
When you say main ingredients, that's the main ingredients to a lot of different types of music is reggae music.
True.
And a lot of people don't give reggae music the credit it deserves.
No, they don't.
Reggaeton, reggae, the basis.
It says
Afrobeat
reggae.
too.
Afrobeat,
yes.
Hip hop too. I'm gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
And pop as well. You can hear some reggae influences in a lot of pop music. Now, I don't know about country though.
Raising your sons, right?
Yeah.
Do they know Dad or do they know DeVille?
They know Dad, but they know what I do as well. They know the real me. Them see me my good and my bad and the in between. But they're also proud of what Daddy does. Especially my youngest, because they both love music, but the youngest really, really love it.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the studio working and I hear a knock on the studio door, I know it's him trying to come in, because you want to come in and be a part of the whole experience. You know what I mean?
DeVille, you've been doing it for a long time. Was there ever a time in your life where you felt like, I don't want to do it anymore?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, and I guess that's a part of the reason why I was away too, because I felt like I was fighting an uphill battle, especially when you thought that people that was in your corner, in the end, you found they really wasn't in your corner. You know what I mean? And then on top of it too, I was signed to a company that, when I wanted out of the deal, I gave them what they asked for. Yet in the end, they still turned around and blacklisted me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I felt like I was fighting against all odds, and I needed to take away myself and figure out what I need to focus on. You know what I mean? So I refocused my energy, which was on my family and some other stuff, and at the same time too, finding me in a different way, And I came to a conclusion where I was like, you know what, I'm done. I think this is it for me. I'm going to call it a day with music, but music wasn't done with me, because I was still having my dreams in terms of dreaming about melodies and dreaming about ideas and songs, and have this catalog of ideas that I needed to put out and find some way to get done. And I kept on doing it until I got to a point where, you know what, I can't let it go, man. I'm not going to let them break me like that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
What did you find out about yourself when you took that time off, when you said, I'm walking away? What did you find out about yourself?
That I'm stronger than I thought. You know, I'm stronger than I thought I was, to be honest with you. And I found that there was more to life than just what I was focused on prior to me taking that break. You know what I mean? I got a chance to really enjoy my kids, really enjoy my wife and time together as a family. You know, because prior to that, it was all about music and all about the world of music and what was going on within that. You know what I mean? I never saw nothing else. I never cared about nothing else.
Just
you know
music.
what I mean? Yeah, just music. And the most important and essential thing I found was that I found God in His true, authentic way in terms of having this relationship and building on this relationship with Him. You know what I mean? I found Christ in a different way, you know.
All right, you just joined us. We talking to DeVille. He's in the building right now. Now, the business part of the music kind of saw what you wanted, so you took a break. Now, once you took the break, you got with your family, you found out all of that. Did it make you change the way that you approach the music now? Because now you took a break and you're coming back with different experiences and different feelings. Did you approach the music any differently?
Yeah, I did. And this is what this album is about. You know, I found that I needed to add more substance to what I was trying to convey and put out into the atmosphere in terms of my God-given talent, you know. So every song has a message and every song has a purpose and every song has a positive niche to it, you know. I was no longer focusing on just trying to get a #1 record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was now focusing on, you know, having something substantial to make a difference in people's life, and that would stand for generations to come, a legacy for not only for my kids, but for everyone who get a copy of Davil going forward. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that I set that from now, you know, the precedents. Yeah.
Did that make it easier for you to write the music, seeing it was coming from a pure place of experience and not saying I need this to be a #1 blockbuster?
It was no longer about just experience. It was more from a spiritual point of view too as well. You know what I mean? Music has a spirit that goes along with it. That is why it has the effect it does on people whenever they listen to a song. A song can take you from one place and put you somewhere else in an instant. You know what I mean? And once you know that, you know the power you have. You know, when people listen to a song, you want to make sure that whatever they're hearing you, what you're doing to them, and how you're affecting their lives.
We got DeVille in the studio right now with us. Do you remember the first time you recorded a record? And what was that record?
The first time I recorded a record was for my father, you know. Yeah, my dad, you know, he's an artist himself and a producer, John Thomas. You know, he brought me to the lab and bring me to the lab. And
How old were you?
I was about 14, 15.
What was the name of the song?
But I remember, you know, I don't remember. Yeah, that's stuff. I remember the experience.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't remember the song. I didn't even like the name they tried to give me either. So
What was your name? What was the name, DeVille?
Really, Bob.
DeVille, what was the name?
I don't. My dad was like, yeah, O.A. Thomas. I'm like, ugh.
O.A. Thomas.
I mean, I like that something that's on. But that's daddy, you know what I mean? I had to work with it.
He was trying to help you out.
Was that one of your biggest inspirations to wanting to become this artist, or did you see other artists around you that, hey, I want to do that?
My dad was my biggest inspiration because I wanted to be like him. You know what I mean? Because trust me, he's a man that when he's in the building, he's in the building, and everybody knows he's in the building.
Yeah.
He has that kind of touch, you know what I mean? And when I was younger growing up, you'd have the likes like of Barrington Levy, Supercat, Tristan Palmer, you know, Rankin Tyan, Josie Whale, Luka John, all these different iconic artists within the genre at that time would come around because they're friends with him, and he was also their producer, and he was also writing songs for a couple of them. So I was there in the middle of that as a young kid coming up and was just amazed and, you know, just absorbing like a sponge the whole energy and what was going on, you know. And on top of that, he used to take me to the studio with him when he was doing his productions and stuff. So I was there in the midst of all of that, you know. Yeah, man.
We just played the new song. You got the new album. The album's out now too, right?
Yeah, Breathe. The
Breathe.
album is called Breathe, out right now on all platforms. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sound like a good title with what you're saying. Sound like you're breathing, like you're letting it all out.
Yes.
Is that what it was about? The title?
It's a moment of exhale for me. You know what I mean? And after having all of these things to say and all of these ideas and inspiration, I was working on this album over a couple of years now. You know what I mean? And this is just time for me to exhale and release it to the world. And yeah.
What's one of your favorite songs to perform?
My favorite song to perform?
Yeah.
Ah, man. Well, before this brand new single, Sunshine Days, it's, of course, always on my mind.
The biggest reaction.
The reaction is always like tremendous, man. You know what I mean? That song is like a staple.
Now, you've been around the world performing that song.
Yeah.
You've been to some countries where they don't even speak English.
True.
But they know every word to that song.
Single
how
word.
does that feel when you walk into some place that they don't even speak English, but when your song comes on, they know every word?
I can't even explain the feeling to you. I just know that it's so amazing to see and experience, especially places like, again, the Solomon Islands. I didn't know reggae music was that huge. It's the biggest genre of music in the Solomons. Yeah, wow. Papua New Guinea. Reggae music is the music in Papua New Guinea. And these people know my song word for word. Japan, you know what I mean? I go to the Philippines as well, same thing. It's amazing. And that is a good feeling. And again, that is when you know you're truly making an impact on the world. And you have to be careful of what you put out. You know what I mean?